morning, everyone. I thought we would have a bit of fun this morning and scare Josh. So what I'm going to do is go hide in that corner and I'll count down from 3 and then everyone say boo. I think he's coming. I'm going to go hide. Get ready.
Oh. Don't know where Rachel's gone. Rachel! Oh my gosh.
Well done, everyone, and welcome to Assemblies on the Telly. Let's get going.
So hello again and welcome back to an Assembly on the Telly, where we are continuing to explore our theme of friendship. And particularly today, we're thinking about when friendships go through tough times. Like, for instance, I don't know, picking something out of the air, like when someone hides behind a sofa and jumps out at you even though you're just sitting minding your own business and they really scare you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, looking at you guys as well. No, it's all a bit of fun, isn't it? But sometimes our friendships can go through some difficult times, can't they? And you know, we're going to explore that a little bit as we hear the story of someone from the Bible who went through loads of tough times in their friendships but still came through really well. And that person is called David.
Yes, the Bible tells us that David was a person who was dear to God's heart. And David understood about the gift of friendship, that he tried both to make friends and to be a friend all his life. And this wasn't really all that easy for David. He got things wrong along the way and maybe made a few mistakes as well. But God knew, well, he knew that God wanted David to choose friendship and not hatred. So from David's life, this theme of friendship in the face of being disliked happens quite a lot.
Yes, for example, you might remember David from the story of when he kills Goliath for King Saul. Pretty amazing story, right? And after this point, David became quite popular with the people of Israel because he fought more battles and did more stuff for King Saul, and they started to love him loads that King Saul became really jealous of David because they all seemed to love him so much. So after that point, King Saul turned against David. But even though King Saul turned against David, David tried to stay friends with him. He refused to be against King Saul, even though King Saul had chosen to hate David. Yeah,
and we also see David's capacity for friendship best in his friendship with King Saul's son, Jonathan. David and Jonathan made a lifelong pact of friendship. And this was really tested when King Saul's jealousy got so bad that he tried to get rid of David. And Jonathan helped him to escape and saved his life. Wow. Imagine how tough that would have been for David to trust that Jonathan wouldn't betray him to his dad. That really would have tested their friendship.
Yeah. So David showed care and love rather than hatred throughout his life. Yeah. David was living out this commandment to love his neighbour as himself. And David's friendship with Jonathan was the most important thing. They stayed friends their entire life despite enormous pressures and dangers.
And that's why David's life is a great view on friendship. It's because they aren't always easy. No. Sometimes friendships are fun and you have so many good memories that you have throughout your time together. But also sometimes friendships can and will be difficult. Not as extreme as David and King Saul, of
I
course.
hope not,
No,
yeah.
I know. But people do fall out with each other and they can get jealous of each other. And sometimes, well, we can be not very nice in friendships and we can get hurt. And we can hurt others in our friendships.
Right. And so what we can learn from David is that we can get things wrong sometimes too.
Totally.
But we can choose to say sorry, to try and fix things instead of pushing away those friendships.
Yeah.
It's hard, but sometimes working on friendships when they're difficult can mean that those friendships can go on through all of the good times, all of the bad times.
Absolutely.
And you can come out learning together and caring for each other more and more, just like David and Jonathan did.
So David and Jonathan knew each other so well, and it helped them in all kinds of situations. So for this week's activity, it's all about sharing fun things about yourself.
Yes, so one person will need to stand in front of the class, or you can pick one person out of whoever you're at home with, and they need to say something about their favourite something about themselves. So for instance, my favourite colour is, but then stop there. ... And then whoever you are with will have to try and guess what the answer to that is. Or maybe they know, who knows?
Oh, so your favourite colour is red, I think.
And you would be right about that because Rachel knows me quite well.
Yes, so it's all about the getting to know a person, and if you get it right, then great. But also, if you didn't, it means you get to learn something extra about that person.
Exactly. So we hope that you enjoy that little activity and you get to learn lots about each other, become better friends.
Just like David and Jonathan.
So have a really, really good day and a really good week, and we'll see you next week for another Assembly on the Telly. Bye.